Thanks for staying with us. And Bill O'Reilly reporting from Washington tonight. And in the Miller Time segment, we begin with allegations that CBS News correspondent Sharyl Attkisson's business and personal computers were hacked into.
This is not an ordinary, as someone asked me, old boyfriend trying to look through my files.
Okay, this is big.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in order to go after somebody, you've got to have a suspicion. And I assume you have a suspicion. You don't have to tell me. I don't want to get your lawyers mad, but I assume you have a suspicion.
Well, I think I know, but I'm just not prepared to go into that.
And joining us now from Santa Barbara, the sage of Southern California, Dennis Miller. And you say?
Well, I admire her. I think she's a real gamer. It's nice to see there are still reporters out there who don't volunteer to share their hard drive with the White House. I think a lot of people are sharing a hard drive. Seems they at least have to hack her. I think if she worked, I have to admire CBS to some degree. I think if she worked at NBC, they'd probably have let her go by now. But I guess they can't get Scott Pelley out of the weight room, and she's going to stay there. But I think she understands from CBS's past that you have to build this pyramid on facts up to the point, which is the accusation or the name. Whereas, you know, Rather used to build it, here's what it is, and then he'd build out from there. He'd flange it out from there, and they got caught out in that. So I like the way she's building the pyramid, because I think Sharyl Attkisson understands that, figuratively speaking, she better have the blue dress in her closet when they come for her.
You know, the amount of evidence that you would have to accuse the federal government or the Obama administration re-election campaign or whatever it might be of doing something like that would have to be substantial. You're absolutely right. Because if it did happen, and if it was generated by powerful people in Washington or Chicago, wherever, that will become an enormous story because you got Rosen and the AP, you know, building the stairs. So I think she's doing it the right way. I believe her. I believe it happened. I think I know who did it, but I'm not going to go any further than that.
I tell you who didn't do it. Biden. Because you ever seen him with a computer? I've seen Biden almost self-immolate using that little thing to get the pellets into the dog's eyes. And they're not going to let him hack a computer. He might blow up the planet.
I can't join in mocking him on that because I have trouble turning the BlueBerry on. I mean, it's just, I can't do anything.
Yeah, but right. Billy, the big difference, I work for you.
Oh. Putin, our favorite guy. Miller and I love Putin. We love him when he's topless on the horse. We love him when he's chasing tigers. We love him when he's brooding, which is all the time. And now the president and owner of the New England Patriots, Robert Kraft, good guy, there he is on the left in the salmon tie, says that Putin stole Kraft's Super Bowl ring. You believe it, Miller?
I think Putin thought it was a nipple ring. You know, he's got those big catcher's mitt pectoral muscles. I think he thought Kraft was laying a nipple ring on him. But listen, here's the thing. Look at that chest. I'm moving over there tomorrow. I'm on the Moscow factor later today. But I think as an old KGB guy, Kraft had to know that that stood for keep guys bling. And once you give that to Putin, you're never going to get it back. And when he heard it was a Super Bowl thing, do you know what the definition of Super Bowl is in Russia? It's any toilet that has toilet paper with it. That's a Super Bowl in Russia. So he thought he was honoring him.
I thought it was invading countries that can't stand up for themselves, like Bulgaria.
Well, that too. That's the B story.
Oh, we won another one. Hey, yeah, great. You beat Romania. Very good. Now, the way it happened was that Putin and Kraft were schmoozing, you know how that happens. And Putin said, oh, look at that ring, bop, bop, bop. And Kraft took it off and said, yeah, here it is. Take a look at it. And Putin took a look at it, put it in his pocket, and then absconded with it. Absconded, word of the day, ran out. Now, I think Kraft should have tackled him, being the owner of the Patriots. He should have put a body block on him, Miller.
Well, I think you rethink that when you understand that Putin put the ring on and the first thing he said is, I could kill somebody with this. That might make you back that away from tackling him.
All right, and talking about being killed, your pal and mine, Jimmy Hoffa, we're both big fans, not only of Putin, but of Jimmy Hoffa. There he is. He disappears, Hoffa does, and nobody's ever found him. But now they think he might be in a dirt lot in Michigan. Is that what's going on here?
Well, you know, he holds sway over our imagination. He's like the Loch Ness mobster. And it seems to me that this is the only shovel-ready job that's left in America, is digging up old lots to find Hoffa. Now, under a sequester, for God's sakes, you're telling me that we're spending money to dig a guy up so that we can then bury him. What the hell are we doing? Can't we eliminate the middleman? If he's out there, just leave him there. He's buried right now. And they always say he's buried in a suspicious concrete slab. And, you know, I saw a suspicious concrete slab open for Iron Butterfly in '65, and they were amazing, Billy, simply amazing.
But they might want to find out maybe who killed Hoffa. Don't you want to know that?
Well, listen, I think it was Putin, because Hoffa wouldn't give him his Teamster's ring.
That's right. Let's blame it on Putin. All right, Dennis Miller, everybody.